I've always considered myself a very, very honest person to a fault. Even when it's not my best interest to be honest, I'm still honest. But I haven't been completely honest with everybody. Well, through omission, I haven't been honest. You see, I've been fighting my body and my mind for several years now, forcing myself to work. And when I started this GoFundMe, people were quick to judge me for it. Not noticing or knowing how bad my body and my mind is, how much I actually struggle. And that's actually true for a lot of people. There's a lot of people out there that struggle that nobody notices, but they're quick to judge them. Because, well, why don't you work harder? Why don't you work more? Why don't you get 2 or 3 jobs? That's what I had to do. It's embarrassing, and it's emasculating not being able to work like I could when I was younger. My last back surgery, my spinal surgery, was the second time my spinal cord had been severed. The doctor actually told me that I was 0.05 millimeters away from total paralysis. My left arm has been completely reconstructed. I have Asperger's and I fight PTSD and major anxiety. And it's embarrassing to me. It's embarrassing to admit this stuff. But I think it's only fair that those who are judging me and those that don't know understand how bad I fight not being able to work. And my wife is the one who has to work. And she's working 2 jobs because I can't. And it's cost my family dearly because of how bad my body is and my mind. I say my mind because people don't understand. I've been hospitalized a couple of times in the past year because I will suddenly get this, all I can call is dementia. I forget everybody's names. I forget who they are. I don't know where I am. It's scary. But you wouldn't know I have any issues if you just look at me. And that's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that are really hurt that they don't show it. But society and the government has made it where if you don't show that you're hurting, then you're not actually hurting. Well, I've dealt with pain my whole entire life. And I was raised where you did not cry about your pain. I'm from the rub dirt on it generation. But even worse. But when is the right time to get on disability? Because it feels like you're just giving up. And I don't want to give up. My generator broke down a couple of days ago, and just working on it has made it almost impossible to walk for the past 2 days. But I can't get much help from people. I don't know why. There are a couple of people that, and I'm super thankful and gracious for their help. But why is it so hard to get help? I'm not used to asking for help. See, when I was growing up, And then even into my adult years, if I borrowed money from my aunt and uncle who raised me through my teenage years, they made me sign a contract. There was no such thing as handouts or even really a lot of help. So when it came to the time that I actually needed help, it's hard to find. So what do you do when you don't have family? When you don't have people out there to help and you can't work? How do you raise money? Because I'm telling you, we're struggling. And what made it even worse was last night my daughter, my 6-year-old, comes into the bedroom and just starts bawling. And she starts telling me that she doesn't want to live here anymore. She misses her old home. She's tired of living in a camper, and she just kept repeating she wants to go back home. Now I worked my ass off since she's been born to not ever let her suffer anything like I did. And I failed. I'm failing her, I'm failing my wife, I'm failing myself. I'm failing society because I know my purpose for living is to help people. My whole life I've had jobs where it was in the service of others. When I see somebody hurting, I go and try to help them. When I see somebody that needs help lifting something, I go there and try to help them. Even if it hurts. But that's what we're supposed to do. So what do I do? What would you do? How would you get the help that you needed, that your family needed? Would you just choose homelessness and let your family suffer? Just because so many people judge you? Because you have a GoFundMe and you had to create it yourself because nobody would create one for you? I really want to know your answers. I'm not wanting sympathy. I've never wanted sympathy from people. I just want help. I suck at communicating. I don't know how to ask for help. I don't know how to say things where people understand it all the time. Or at least the way I feel. So if you could, leave it in the comments. Tell me what you would do in a situation like this. Stay in peace. Stay in love.